Entertainment radio on the go. This is eRadio.
Right now, joining us from Cape Town is Patrick Walton. He's the director for the Garden Route International Film Festival that's kicking off very, very soon. Patrick, a very good afternoon to you.
And a good afternoon to you too, Jan.
Good to have you on the show. You're coming to us from Cape Town this afternoon. What's the weather like? That's always my first question.
A little bit overcast, but otherwise warm. I think spring is set in. If I look out at my farm, lots of flowers. It's beautiful out there today.
Sounds good. So you're almost on your way to the Garden Route. In fact, 10 days to go before the official kickoff for the Garden Route International Film Festival?
Yes, absolutely. We've got 10 days to go, and we kick off obviously with the virtual film festival, which is an online offering. So those who binge watch on Netflix, we have 80 films to offer, which you can watch from the 21st of September until the 11th of October at your leisure as many times as you want. You just purchase a subscription voucher on web tickets for that. There's 37 South African films, and then the rest are foreign films, all subtitled. But a lot of these films have never been seen in South Africa before. So I encourage you to go and book a subscription and enjoy them.
Sounds good. So I also read somewhere that you won't be selling tickets at the gate, so you need to pre-book on web tickets. Is that correct?
That's correct. So the other half of the festival is drive-in cinemas. We're going to be taking them to 9 different towns, which I'm sure we can post on. If you go to our Facebook page at Griff Film Festival, you will see there that we are in Riversdale, Carlitsdorp, Ladysmith, Oudtshoorn, George, Mossel Bay, Plett, and Knysna, and then finally we end in Sedgefield. So because of COVID, obviously we are restricted to regulations, so one must book via web tickets in advance. You can also book at some of the drive-ins food packets for adults and kids in advance, which will be given to you on the night.
That sounds good, Patrick. I like the fact that you're bringing drive-ins back. I see also internationally, it's quite a trend right now. Well, it's coming back because of COVID-19, of course. People, you don't really want to go to the movies, traditional cinema, and sit there with your mask and you can barely eat your popcorn. Much better just sitting in your car and watching the movie through your windscreen. And then obviously the sound comes through your car radio via FM frequency.
That's correct. We actually have a bit of a dual system. We run the sound into the car through an FM frequency, which we'll give you on arrival. And then we also have 6 outside speakers with subwoofer to give you all those nice ambient sounds you hear in films, as well as for making announcements. So we create a good atmosphere. Obviously, being in the car, we're very COVID safe. People are not allowed out of the car unless they're going to the washroom. And obviously, it's a safe environment. Masks are mandatory, but as we are going to be showing 2 features, I'm sure the washroom will be frequented at some point, but we have sanitizers on hand and all the PPE that is required.
And Patrick, if we get hungry or thirsty, will you be serving snacks and drinks, or do we bring our own?
We encourage people to book online to support the various venues. Some of them are schools. For example, in George, we have Carpe Diem. We've got West Bank School in Oudtshoorn. We've got Knysna Primary School. We've got Carlitsdorp High School. And obviously, they do fundraising themselves. So we've got them to present on web tickets various food packs like you would with their Kinnickle and their box combos. But people are also welcome to bring their own food. Unfortunately, no alcohol is allowed at the venue.
Okay, and now just a bit of a teaser. Just can you give us a few of the titles that we'll be able to see, Patrick, at the festival?
No, absolutely. We actually have a worldwide premiere of a movie local called Mr. Johnson, which we're very excited about. Our international films are automatically South African premieres because they would never have been seen in this country before. Poppy Mingene is an incredible film that we're going to be showing at the drive-in cinemas, and also some good Afrikaans movies like Sommer Kersfeest. It will be shown. Canary, which has done exceptionally well on circuit.
Oh, yes.
Then, it's a brilliant movie. And then some great movies like Assignment, Love by Chance. We've got, for the kiddies, some oldies, which include Kumba and Kamterrain. So you just need to check on the schedule. I'm sure some of the listeners would have heard of Five Fingers for Marseille and the incredibly popular Knuckle City that's been doing the rounds. And then an awesome movie called Flatlands. We also have a full British comedy called Days of Bagnall Summer. So we've presented quite a variation of films, and then we have a number of documentaries on the online virtual platform. Here, when we did the inaugural Neisner Film Festival, which we rebranded to incorporate Garden Route as Garden Route International Film Festival, the documentaries were actually incredibly well received. We're also going to be running podcasts on our website, and there'll be some feedback sessions on the website from directors of the films that you'll be viewing on the online platform and the drive-ins. And then in association with our partners Westgrow and National Film Video Foundation, there'll also be a number of webinars and that you can participate in as general public, talking about film, the Garden Route, careers in film, and various other topics. So keep an eye on our website and Facebook page as we go into it. And then we have an exciting announcement. We've just launched, in association with Garden Route Media, the 48-hour film project. So if you're a film buff, do go and have a look. That broadcast went out today and on our Facebook pages. And there's incredible prizes to be won, which have been sponsored by their various sponsors. So I encourage people to get their movies in. In addition to that, we're running a competition. There's a trending dance on the internet at the moment. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can enter by sending a short clip of your dance, and you can win a free ticket to the drive-in cinema.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. So 9 towns all over the Garden Route. There really is no excuse. You got to be there. It's going to be awesome. Patrick, anything in closing?
I think it's important to mention that obviously we're all waiting to see what Christmas presents our president gives us when he talks. The curfew obviously is still in place. So as it stands at the moment, we'll show one feature, and we anticipate the curfew will drop, and then we'll show the second feature in that event. But keep an eye on web tickets and our Facebook page when booking, and we'll be making the announcements on there.
Excellent. And then next Friday around this time we'll chat again and just get an update from you just ahead of the launch of the Garden Route International Film Festival for 2020. Patrick, thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure, and thanks for having us. And I encourage everyone to support the Garden Route Film Festival. It has a huge impact on the economy, because it attracts filmmakers from around the world to come and make films in the Garden Route. And we're doing this in partnership as well with the Garden Route Film Commission, and all the municipalities and the district municipalities involved as well.
Patrick, just before you go, we had a tourism talk on Tuesday with Rose, well known here in the Garden Route for tourism. Rose, also known as Travel Bug Rose.
Travel Bug.
That's it. And she gave us a number. I can't remember now. I don't know if it was 300 or 400, but she gave us quite an impressive number of filmmakers coming to the Garden Route to film their movies.
Yes, absolutely. The number of films have increased in terms of production. We know that a number of the Bachelorette International series, Love Island, the BBC shoots often in the Garden Route, and the interest is just getting bigger and bigger. There's 2 big projects coming to the Garden Route next year that we're aware of, and obviously I can give you an example. One of the productions put 3 million into the local economy.
Sure.
That shot at the beginning of this year. So, and there's a lot of skills development and a lot of job opportunities in the film industry local, because it's a lot cheaper to hire local than to bring people from the major cities.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. We must talk about that at some stage. Just focus on that and talk about the growing film industry in the Garden Route. But anyway, Patrick, we'll talk to you next Friday. All the best with all the arrangements. I'm sure you've got quite a lot to do with only 10 days left. So I'll let you go.
Super, Jan. Thanks again.
Thanks, man. We'll chat next week.
Take care.